Hey, thanks for tuning into my channel. My name is Erica Vega, and I'm here for another Pisces reading. Pisces, right now, we are at the full moon on March 25th, and there's a lot of energy around justice. This full moon is in Libra, which I'm sure most of you know as justice. So I want to peer into this concept and see what the Pisces who are listening and tuned in need to know at this time. Spirit, what do the Pisces who are tuned in need to know at this time? What do they need to know at this time regarding justice? Pisces who are tuned in, what do they need to know regarding justice? So, hot out the gate, we have Nine of Cups, dripping in gold, and that gold drip, totally exposed and open to the higher realms, to the divine, to the creator, to God, to life force energy, in an explosive leap out of a treasure chest. The justice that's occurring has to do with you being the treasure. You are the treasure. You are the spiritual leader. You are a wise guide. You know where the stairs to heaven are. You know how to ascend them. You know how to descend them. You know where other people could go if they too wanted to be the treasure. I'm seeing this as being the key component in a situation, that what you say goes. What you say doesn't go, doesn't go. That you have more power and influence in some situation than you may have ever experienced before, or that you may not even think you have. But you are sitting in the position of power. You are the one slicing and dicing and using this sword to get rid of whatever is not of service to the higher good, or for the higher good. You are the treasure. Let's see, what can I see about Pisces being the treasure? And you know what? Maybe for a long time you were not the treasure, right? If this is getting justice, it's like you're in position now. You've been given the throne. You've taken the throne. And now other people can see that it's you and that it's been you all along. Who do people look at? People look at whoever's in the center of the room, whoever's at center stage, whoever's wearing the crown, whoever's sitting in the throne. That's who people look at. You're the one people are looking at now. You are hidden in plain sight, and now they have the eyes to see. Tell me about Pisces being the treasure. Look at this. A very similar position here in these two cards. Throwing caution to the wind, still in this exaltation to what is above, to the creator, to the invisible realm, to your spirit guides, to your ancestors, in complete exposure. You're exposed in the higher realms. I think you might be, you're highly ranked. That's what it is. You are highly ranked in the spiritual realm, and you have been for lifetimes. You've been highly ranked, and now the world, right now in this timeline, in this 3D world, is going to see that. There's something about your internal sense of freedom that people admire. It's like that's where the gold is. The gold is in your mentality. You have that mentality that even if your back was against the wall, you would feel totally free. This is, somebody who is in prison and they are not constrained. They can't be constrained because mentally they are in control. They have taken rulership over their mind. And through the rulership over their mind, no matter what the external environment brings, no matter what the external environment looks like, no matter what people say, no matter what people do, you have total and utter control over your mental faculties. And because of that, you cannot be deterred. You cannot be swayed. You cannot be moved. You cannot be influenced. You are the one influencing. They don't influence you. You influence them. What can I see about the Hierophant regarding justice? What can I see about the Hierophant regarding justice? Temperance. This is holy protection. You are encased in an auric field that is impenetrable at this time. You can't be touched right now. It's like in the Matrix when Neo is like zipping and zagging and he can't be hit by the bullet, and he defies the laws of physics in order to avoid being hit in the physical world. You defy the laws of physics right now. You defy the laws of reality. What is happening or about to happen is against all the odds. What's happening is against all the odds. Every onlooker is like, it's like that energy of like, you ain't shit, you ain't never gonna be shit, and then you know what? You're the fucking shit, right? You turn out that way, you're the fucking shit. What you've been saying this whole time, it's what's true. What you've been trying to teach people, it's what's true. What you've been warning people about, it's what's true. And now there's a manifestation coming now through the energy of this full moon, I think leading up to the solar eclipse on April 8th, where it's like, people now see that you were fucking right. The whole time, your whole life, whatever message you have been communicating your entire life, now they're going to see. Now they have the eyes to see. They have the ears to hear. Whatever you've been preaching, teaching, lecturing, showing, demonstrating, giving your time, money, energy to, it's now here. That's what this is. That's what this justice is. This is like the person, this is like freaking the Cinderella story, right? This is like the underdog is now the champion. That's what this is. And you're 2 weeks out, 2 weeks out, 2 pillars, 2 weeks out from it. That you are the treasure and you are untouchable. You're freaking untouchable right now. Whoa. Okay, what is this message or this demonstration? What has the Pisces who's tuned in been demonstrating throughout their lifetime? What has the Pisces who's tuned in been demonstrating? Dang. I love this. This is the Medicine Woman Oracle. Speaking out, card 32. Your voice is released. Express yourself frankly. Something you have been communicating literally. You've been literally talking about it is what is being acknowledged now. This is what is putting you in the throne. You've been speaking truth. Not personal truth. Not a truth, but the truth. You have been speaking the truth. This might be cosmic truth, something about divine law or the way that reality actually works. It could be the truth about how the human body works, specifically in relationship to spirituality, healing, alternative medicine, something like that. Speaking some type of truth about the connection between the womb and the throat chakra, between the sacral and the throat chakra. You might be speaking out but you may be speaking out truth related to creativity, sexuality, sensuality, embodiment. I think I said healing already, but healing, it's like, it has to do with speaking truth about the most useful way to live a life, to live a human life. You've been telling people how to live a human life in a way that is in alignment with natural law. Whatever topic you've been speaking about. And this can come in like, it can come in crooked, right? Or sideways. Like maybe you're not talking about the human body, but you're talking about bioenergetics. Maybe you're not talking about health, but you're talking about pesticides or nutrition or herbs. Maybe you're not talking about mental illness, but you're talking about how the brain works, right? You're speaking at a different level that people could not hear for a long time, and now they can hear it. You are center stage, and your message is now being validated within the next 2 weeks. How is this message going to be validated? Like, what should the person look for? I'll go with this deck. How is the message going to be validated? What should the Pisces who's tuned in look for? How will this message be validated? What should the Pisces who's tuned in look for? Sword of Light. Look at this. Sword of Light. The same sword Justice is holding. I am presence. Light body activation, accessing the divine within. The divine within. Sword of Light, divine protection, which I was just talking about with Temperance. Divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. I am. That's God. I am. Your words. Whatever you say after I am is what you are. Whatever you say about anybody around you is what you are. Because you're describing the perception you have of them, and that perception is yours. It's you. It's a reflection of you. The truth you have been speaking is the truth to get the listener to their next level of spiritual development. You've been saying what somebody needs to hear that just, it irritates, annoys, triggers, or bothers them just enough to make that next little, like, click on a cogwheel, like, You've been the catalyst of information to get them to the next click, the next step. That's what you've been. That's the truth you've been speaking in whatever encounter. It's like you can come upon somebody and you can get to their level and you can speak them to an ascended level. And it's not like a huge jump. You're really just bringing them to the next phase. What you've said to people has had an impact on them that before was unimaginable, and now it's here. Now we imagine it. We imagine it because we can see it now. However, you've helped somebody on any scale, whether it's like on one-on-one relationships, or maybe you're a teacher in the classroom, maybe you're a manager and you have 50 direct reports. Whatever it is, whatever relationships you have, you are now in the position of power. You are the one they look to. You are the one they listen to. You are the one influencing where people go. And because you're the one people are listening to and you have that level of influence, you now have a level of responsibility that either you never had before or you never thought about it before. But you do have a level of responsibility, and somehow it makes you feel free. You're responsible. You're on the line for all of this and you feel free. That's pretty nice. And you might feel free because you do have divine protection. Maybe that's what helps you be mentally free. Okay, one last word. And I lied, 2 words, and then here's 3 words, and then I'm going to dip. All right. Relaxation, compassion, and acceptance. Look, let's start with acceptance. You're moving through this portal. You're moving through a doorway. You are there. You have, all that's left is for you to accept this new title, this new position. That's all that's left. And as you accept it, It's bringing compassion to yourself. You're able to reconcile parts of yourself that you put aside, or you're sort of wrestling with self-ideologies that cannot go with you in the future. So when people were like, you ain't shit, and you started to believe it, you're going to have compassion for that part of you that thinks you ain't shit and bring it back into harmonic resonance in your internal being. That's the compassion. It's a self-compassion. And the main advice is to relax into this role. You can be a responsible leader and be relaxed. Your energy is what creates the influence. If you are leading from a place of panic, stress, anxiety, that ripples out into the team or the situation you're leading. If you're leading from a place of calm, cool, collected, that ripples out into the team or on the project that you're leading. So now it's time to really rein in your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, your perspective, and to really show up as your best self, as your truest, most authentic self, if you so choose to accept this title. Look, they even got you a little welcome sign. That's adorable. Okay, so to the Pisces who's tuned in, thank you so much for being here. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know if this is resonating, what part it is. I'm excited to find out what your new title is, what your new position is, and may you use this responsibility wisely. See you soon.